You spent at least 12 years of your life inside a school. You took chemistry tests, memorized the periodic table, studied trigonometry. But to this day, you don't know how taxes work. You were never taught how to avoid debt. No one ever explained compound interest to you. And now someone turns to you and says, just manage your money better. But how, if no one ever taught you the basics? Let's start with a simple question. Why does school teach you so many things, but not how to handle money? You learn how to calculate the volume of a cone, but never how to build a budget. You study the water cycle, but never the debt cycle. And that's not a coincidence. The school system we know today was designed back in the 19th century during the Industrial Revolution. Its main goal? To create good workers, people who could read, write, follow instructions, and show up on time. Nothing wrong with that, it helped millions. But think about it, the goal was to build a disciplined workforce, not independent thinkers. The system was built to train employees, not entrepreneurs, to follow the rules, not question them, to fit into the system, not understand how it works. Real financial education isn't about memorizing formulas or economic jargon. It's about understanding how money flows, how it's created, distributed, and held. It's knowing that when a bank offers you credit, it's not because they trust you, it's because your debt is profitable. It's knowing that paying the minimum on your credit card is like trying to dry ice with a matchstick. It's realizing that just spending less isn't enough if the system is designed to make you spend more. Have you ever asked yourself, who benefits when you don't understand money? Banks profit from your poor planning. Governments collect more taxes you barely notice. Companies sell you what you don't need with money you haven't even earned yet. You step into the game without knowing the rules. School made you a promise. Study hard, get good grades, land a good job, and everything will be fine. But no one told you the rest of the equation. Even with a degree, you can still graduate in debt. Even with a job, your buying power can shrink. Even with a raise, you might still feel broke. Because no one taught you about inflation, about how money loses value over time, about how earning more doesn't make you rich unless you know what to do with what you earn. And then comes the quiet cycle. You work, you earn, you spend, you go into debt. You try to pay it off, and then you work some more. And the system? It's thankful, because now you're too busy surviving to ask why everything's so expensive, why taxes are buried in your groceries, why rent rises but wages don't. Now think for a second. If you had learned about interest rates, maybe you wouldn't have fallen into credit card debt. If you had learned about opportunity cost, maybe you would have skipped that car loan. If you had known how investing works, maybe today you'd be collecting dividends instead of bills. Here's the truth. Financial education is like a map. Without it, you walk in the dark. With it, you choose your path. So why doesn't anyone teach this? The answer might be uncomfortable, because it's not in the system's interest for you to know. People who understand money become independent. They question banks, they question taxes, they question what they consume. And people like that are harder to control. You're not dumb. You're not irresponsible. You were just handed the wrong tools. School taught you how to obey. Now it's time to learn how to think. Because if you don't understand how money works, you end up working for those who do. And if they taught you everything except this, maybe this is the most valuable lesson of all.